The reason why I asked you about Adam Page is because they put him in this role to open the show. He wasn't wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
He was put on commentary. And I was like, this is interesting because Adam Page's charisma doesn't seem like the right fit for this kind of thing. And so I was like really paying attention to him. I wanted to, obviously Jim Ross is not on the show, so they had an open slot, so you saw a couple guys come in here and there, and I was like, Adam Page, I wonder if what he's gonna use his time for. I literally forgot he was there.
Yeah.
The only time he showed anything was when Daniel Bryan started talking trash, and then he got really pissed off, and then he walked out. And then they kind of had a little bit of a nose-to-nose, and, Adam Page, his character is not, he's not a Moxley or an Austin. He's like his character is a really sensitive guy, and I mean I think that's more true to who he is too. But I'm like I want to be open-minded with him because, like you said, a lot of this fan base really loved that storyline. They really love him, and maybe I'm just used to like a specific version of who the guy is. And I'm not seeing it with him yet. And again, it's very early, so I'm going to give him every possible chance there is. But when I see him, and then I see Danielson, and then I see Punk, and even to a slightly lesser extent, MJF, I look at those guys and I go, that's the guy.
Yeah.
And I don't look at Page the same way. I would even throw Adam Cole in there, though his storyline is going to take a little while because they're doing the little bit of the longer thing with him. But even Adam Cole, I feel, has more things in which I look for when it comes to who that guy is.
Yeah. No, you know what? I think also the setup was wrong. So, okay, you watched Dynamite and Rampage last week, right? Correct? You went back?
Yeah, I watched them, but I didn't watch them as closely as I usually watch them. It was like several days old.
Did Tony Khan, I know he wasn't on screen, I don't think, for any of these shows, but did they announce announce the rule that they cannot touch each other, Bryan Danielson and Adam Page, on this show or future shows?
Nope.
Okay, so I was gonna talk about this. So I thought this was wrong. They just threw it out there, like all of a sudden, like you can't touch him. Like I don't think the audience doesn't know. I don't know if it was on Twitter, but still, Twitter. This should have been something that even Tony Khan should have maybe made an appearance on television, even though he's not the best when it comes to that. But he could send out. Oh shit, you could still do the whole Tony Schiavone doing the one that's sending the message, right?
Sure.
Or a Jerry Lynn, right? Someone of that. Something different. Actually, someone different.
Do the old 97 Raw where you get a phone call and then they put him on the phone.
yeah. Back connection here. Jerry Lynn, just someone different than maybe Tony Schiavone, and to say like, hey, let's let everyone know that there's Tony Khan before this show started, before this match happened, before Bryan Danielson comes out to the ring. We are going to, there's a rule that they can't touch each other, just so they know, right? And the audience on television knows. And then Bryan Danielson comes out, has his match with Alan Angels. He does the deal afterwards. And Paige should come out and try to save Bryan from, save Alan Angels from Bryan.
Yeah.
But then that's when John Silver comes out with no microphone.
Just like, no.
Don't
and
do this. I can, just kind of, body language, go out there and then try to make the save. But then you have Bryan leave the ring, which I thought was great. And then talk down to John Silver, put him down, and then do that great deal at the rampway between these two guys where Bryan was so great here. What a heel. Like, you can't touch me. These people don't deserve it. I can kick you guys right now, but these people don't deserve it. All that stuff was great. As you can tell, it's probably on my likes. Yes, it was. So,
yes.
But yeah, that's what I thought. I thought the setup was poorly done. But,
okay, so
they end up saving it.
What you mentioned, the whole presentation of Bryan and Alan Angels, all that stuff. I love that too. I mean, the match was good too. Bryan Danielson is in his... He's in his bag, as they would say if he was playing in the NBA right now. Like, he's got all of his stuff working for him. But my number one dislike is something that you mentioned, which is all of these things that maybe happened on social media that I didn't know. One, Brian and Paige can't touch each other for some reason. I don't even know why.
They got in a little. I saw a highlight of a scrimmage. They got a fight last week, right after the Colt Cabana match.
Yeah, but it wasn't like one guy killed the other guy like to ruin.
Did they do like a big pull apart or anything? Or
I don't remember, but like it's like one of those things where you're like, okay, if it's like Brock Lesnar and Bill Goldberg where they just go at it for like 4 times where you pull them apart, or even a Becky and a Charlotte thing where they're kind of going at each other and you just want to keep them away, like that makes a little bit more sense to me than this. But they didn't even mention on TV, so that was a negative. But other thing is, I think they announced the winner's coming main event on Twitter before Dynamite started.
Yes, I saw that.
So that was kind of weird. And then in the MJF promo, he's just talking about CM Punk's dog. Like, we know who CM Punk's dog is. I was like, did that also happen on Twitter? Like, who's Larry? I guess.
Is he really bringing his dog? And is Tony Khan pissed that he's shitting all over the place and he has to clean it up, or what's going on? I don't know.
So there were moments like that on this show where I was kind of confused and just sort of bothered because, it's back to that thing where I invest my 2 hours every Wednesday night, and there's so many things that I have to like do research to figure out what's going on.
Yeah. Well, the dog thing was kind of out, and that's when he got mad. Like, he didn't get CM Punk did not get mad when MJF insinuated that Punk wants to have sex with someone other than his wife and Britt Baker. He just laughed it off. But you talk about that dog, bro. It's on. I get it. If someone talked about my cat Carmine, I'd be busting some people's asses.
This is like the Mick Foley thing from ECW where he's like, was it Funk where he's like, your wife's a whore and your kid's a whore?
Yeah, I think it's Funk.
Eric Bischoff is a whore, and that's the thing that pissed Mick Foley off.
Yeah. It was Terry Funk. Yeah.